Aloha! This is Carrie at the Womb Bookstore, and I have another reading for you today. This one is a pick a card reading, and I just got this new deck in my personal collection, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a love reading. Let's do it. Let's do a love reading with the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and not just any love reading, but let's do a love reading about the type of love that you are manifesting. So, what romantic relationship are you manifesting? That is what this pick a card is about. So, we have 4 different piles here. Got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. That's Unakite, Amethyst, Rose Quartz, and Aventurine. So, go ahead and pick your pile, and we'll get started with the reading. Okay, pile 1. Unakite here. What type of romantic relationship are you manifesting? Actually, I'll start this way. So we've got 4 different cards. What type of romantic relationship are you manifesting? You have the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the Knave of Pentacles. Okay, so the type of love that you're manifesting, or romantic love you're manifesting, is right now you are a little bit fed up, and I'm gonna strategically place my hands because I heard that YouTube is not too into nudity. So this person has a bunch of apples down here that they've had for a while, and they're eating this apple, but her face, she does not really look satisfied. It's like she's got, yeah, I got apples, but man, I want a banana. And then there's this man looking through the window, and kind of gives me the impression of this man is the thing that she's not really satisfied with. It's like she wants more. I'm getting the energy of wanting more from this first card. But what this woman, let's see, the Knight of Swords is like a wanting of more, but not sex, not for just a physical relationship. Like there's something more that's missing in the relationships that this person has had in the past, or that you've had in the past. You want more, something that's more intellectually stimulating. Just kind of tired of the same old, same old. I would like a better relationship. So that is what I'm hearing. I would like a better relationship. But the issue is, in the manifestation, the issue with the manifestation is you're not quite sure what a better relationship is. What does it look like? Maybe you're used to being wined and dined all the time, and or maybe that's what your mother or your, like something that you've seen before as the example of what a good relationship is, what a good romantic relationship is. Oh, he takes me out, she takes me out, they treat me, they, buy me the nicest and the finest of things. But at the end of the day, it's still leaving you unsatisfied. It's still leaving you wanting more, and you're wondering, okay, what does a good relationship actually look like? What are the components of that? So in this, there's like an uncertainty. So in your manifestation is not really coming across clear because you're not really sure or clear about what it is that you want or what you'd like. Also, there is a warning here to not fall for the superficial. Same card as this. It's like this person wants more, but they kind of keep falling for the same old, same old. If you want more in a love relationship, don't just allow yourself to be swept off of your feet by being wined and dined, by good sex, by wine. Like, this is interesting because it's the Knight of Pentacles. Like, don't allow yourself to just get swept off of your feet by the good things in the relationship. Really look at the relationship as a whole and ask yourself if you're being satisfied there. looking at her thumb about to be burned by this candle. It's like, yes, don't allow yourself to be fooled. If you want more, look past the superficial. Look past the just surface level, like, oh, physical attraction. Look past having good sex or looking for people who you think will give you good sex. Like, look past that. If you want more in a relationship, if you want something different out of your romantic relationships, look past that. So for this, what you're manifesting in a romantic relationship, as for right now, it seems like you're manifesting more of the same because you're not quite sure what new or what better is. But in looking at these cards, it's saying new and better for you would be something that's more intellectually stimulating, less focused on the superficial things like the whining and dining and the looking good together, less focused on sex and whether or not you think that person will be good in bed, and more focused on things that are lasting. So like compatibility, you both having the same goals moving forward, maybe even you having more things in common, things that will create longevity in a relationship. Even trying to Google that, like what makes a relationship work in the long term, and seeing if you and whoever it is that you have your eye on has that stuff in the relationship. So right now your manifestations are being blocked because you're not quite sure what you want. So they might be even all over the place, or you're just manifesting more of the same. Get a better understanding of what it is that you would like in a relationship, what long-term relationships, other possibilities of long-term relationships are, and then see what you can get moving forward. Okay, on to pile 2. This is pile 2. We have Amethyst here. Got 4 cards. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Fool, Ace of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. Okay. Pile 2, what you are manifesting in your romantic relationships. This is interesting because it's talking about what you don't want. So in the past, people may have had this like hit it or quit it energy. So I see the 3 of Pentacles, like, and they call this card the third party situation. So maybe even, well, maybe not this is one, but it's giving me third party situation. So maybe in the past you've been in relationships with people who have not been single, or maybe you didn't know, but or even someone who is polyamorous and you're not. So you've tried that out in the past, it didn't quite work. You moved on from that, they moved on from that. So it's kind of like this hit it and quit it type energy. The relationships in the past have not been long lasting. And maybe even this is what you are looking for. Relationships that do not last long, because that is what you are manifesting right now. It doesn't quite seem like that's what you want, though. It seems like you are in the search of a relationship that will fit you, that will work for you, that will be a mixture of both of you all's energy. So a relationship that you and this person, I'm just strategically placing my finger here. Something that you and this person can both be equally invested in. You don't like the hit it and quit it energy, even though that's what you have had in the past and perhaps what you're manifesting again for the future. But the advice here for you, and something that you can just look into, is to loosen up a bit more. Loosen up a bit more when it comes to your relationships and what it is that you're requiring or requesting from people. Because it could be in the past that you asked whoever it is that you're in a relationship with for too much. Maybe you wanted them to be your everything and they were not really willing to give all of that you wanted. So you could have been very strict and uptight in what it is that you wanted from them, strict and uptight in the way that you interacted with them. Too many rules and regulations, and it kind of sent them packing. They thought it was too much, and not just one past relationships, but possibly a string of past relationships. This could be a pattern for you. But what it is that you really want is something that's equal And so if it's going to be an equal relationship, both of you all need to, come up with the rules and regulations, let's say, but both of you all need to have equal input and say into how the relationship is going to work. It can't be it must be my way or the highway type of relationship. So there's just a need for you to loosen up if you want to manifest something better, something different in your relationships, because it seems that what you're manifesting right now is more of the same. More people who are going to come into your life, you all will initially have great time, great relationships. You'll initially, in the beginning, be well connected with each other, but at the end of the day, it does not work out because the both of you are not on the same page when it comes to how the relationship will work out. So that is what you're currently manifesting. But of course, we can change. If we change our mindsets, change our minds, if we change the way that we're acting, we can change and get something else. But because this is a collective reading, if you are someone who is not interested in being in a committed relationship and you would just like to be with multiple people, that's what you are manifesting right now. You're manifesting a relationship, moving on to another one, having fun. Okay, on to pile 3. Pile 3 is the rose quartz worry stone. Got 4 cards here. First card is strength. And then we have the magician, the emperor, and the king of pentacles. So first of all, I just want to point out that there are 3 major arcana here. And then we have the king of pentacles, not the page, but the king of pentacles here at the end. Also, when I was doing the shuffling for these cards, they came out all 4 at the same time. It was like very decisive. So the type of romantic relationship you are manifesting, you know exactly what you want. Okay, pile 3. So the type of relationship that you are manifesting is you are manifesting a relationship that is exactly what it is that you have written down. Your manifestations are clear. They are direct. You know precisely what you want. You have, sometimes when people manifest relationships, they don't have the abilities or the things that they are asking for in the other person. You have everything that it is that you're asking for in that other person, and you're calling in your equal counterpart. You must be the empress because it seems like you are calling in the emperor here. The emperor is very fertile. Look at the fruits that he has. So you will be able to tell this person by their fruits. So they may be wealthy, or they may have influence or power, or they just may be someone who stands out and who has things. It might not be physical things, but could be a lot of knowledge. Someone who has fruits, as you also will have fruits. It's interesting because in this pile, you know exactly what it is that you want. This is a collective reading, so I won't necessarily go into specifics other than this person is someone with a lot of influence, someone with power. They are the emperor, the person that you are looking for. And yes, you're going to manifest exactly what you want. You know what you want. You probably have a list. You might have checked it off. You might be, going up to people and with your list and like, nope, you're not him. Okay, next. I say him because emperor energy is masculine, but masculine, feminine, it could be a man or a woman, someone with masculine energy, or someone who operates in their masculine energy primarily. But it's funny because it seems that this person that you are manifesting, even though they are your equal counterpart, and even though you are asking for this person specifically, you might not be ready. You might be a little shy. I won't even say not ready, but maybe you're shy, or maybe you're like not believing that you are their equal counterpart. But there's just a little bit of hesitation when it comes to this person. So even you could even know them already and not think that you two are matches or you two are equal, that you could be equally yoked together. Like you might not think that you two can fit together in a relationship or see each other as romantic counterparts, because you're putting them up on a pedestal a little bit above yourself. But the truth is, you all are equal counterparts, and it might just take that last mindset change for this relationship to come about. Or either you all are just getting together and you're just a little bit, it's like that getting to know each other phase where you're not quite ready to expose everything of who you are, but there's just a little bit of shyness, a little hesitance here in the cards, but you know exactly what you want. You are manifesting your exact romantic thing. Like, you're manifesting the romantic relationship that it is that you want because you have written it down. You made a list, you checked it twice. You will not accept anything less. Like, you are very driven. You know exactly what you want. You will not be accepting anything less. Anything that comes your way, you will be steering it into the direction that you would like it to be. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to go this way because you're not what it is that I want. But the romantic relationship that you are manifesting is exactly what you want, the person that you would like to be with, down to shoe size, I just heard. Very specific. You will be getting what you want because you are not going to accept anything less, but you might not see that person as who they are in the beginning. It might just take you a little bit of time to open up to them, to see them for who they are, and allow them to see you for who they are, allow them to see you for who you are. So there might be a little hesitance there, but it doesn't seem like anything negative. It's just, a little shyness. Okay, pile 3, we're going to move on to pile 4. Okay, pile 4, we have Aventurine, green Aventurine, and these are your cards. We have the Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, pile 4. The type of romantic relationship that you are manifesting is something that is more suited to who you are. And the Queen of Chalices, she's the queen here. She is very emotionally stable. She knows, like, she uses her intuition quite often. And perhaps in the past relationships, you've noticed things about your partner that you were with, but you might not have allowed it to affect anything. It's like, oh, I see those red flags, but I'm just going to keep loving you because I want to be in love. I'm not going to stop for these red flags. I'm going to keep going. And in the past, that it ended up in unresolved conflict. It ended up in you two not necessarily being on the same page because you may have seen it in the beginning. Oh, no, they are emotionally unavailable. Oh, no, they have certain issues that they haven't healed from their childhood. They got baby mama drama. Like, you may have seen that in the past, but didn't necessarily allow it to affect any of the things that you were, like, you may have had this whole plan and vision for you and that person, but along down the road, those red flags couldn't be ignored anymore and the relationships had to end. So this could be a pattern for you. Seeing red flags in the beginning, but not necessarily paying any attention to them. So what you're manifesting is something completely different. You want change in your relationships. You want something that's more romantic. You want something to where I'm hearing that in the beginning, instead of having those red flags, or when you see those red flags in the beginning, paying attention to them, so addressing them. So you want something that in the beginning you're looking with your eyes wide open and you're not ignoring things in the relationship. You're not ignoring who that person truly is. So that is the relationship that you want to manifest. A different type of relationship where you and the person are honest and open with each other. If you see the red flags, you want to be able to call them out, and not necessarily in the relationship, but talk about them and say, hey, I've seen this. Can we talk about this? Like, what's going on with that? And for them to, give you some feedback and talk to you, rather than maybe blowing up at you or pretending like what it is that you saw is not real. So you're asking for a more true and authentic relationship where you and that other person can be your actual selves. You can show up. You can show up in love, like a more loving relationship, and not a relationship in which you need to pretend to be someone or someone else is pretending to be what they are not. You're manifesting a more authentic relationship where you and whoever your partner is can show up as your authentic selves and love each other authentically. Even if there are red flags, you all would be able to work those out together, because that's the openness and honesty that you would be manifesting to have with that person. Something that you can really genuinely be authentic in. So that is what you were looking for. That's what you were manifesting. That is what you were hoping and dreaming for. In the past, that has not been the case, but you have learned. And so you're manifesting something different. Okay, Pile 4, that is your reading.